What it is, what it was, what it could be, guys. My name's Justice, and I'm a photographer and videographer here in Sydney. So if you're into that kind of thing, consider subscribing if you haven't already. Today I'm going to be showing you guys the gear I take with me in my camera bag when I'm out on a portrait shoot. Now this is definitely not a sponsored video by any means, and I'm not saying that this is the best gear out there. I'm going to be showing you guys the pieces of equipment I use personally and why I recommend it if you're into portrait photography. Get into it. So up first is my camera bag, and I'm going with the Lowepro ProTactic 350 AW2. Yeah, it's quite the mouthful. I actually have the larger 450 version as well, but when I'm out on a portrait shoot, the 350 is the perfect size. It allows me to take all the gear that I need, but it's also small enough that it's not like hurting your back, because I have serious back problems. It's not hurting your back when you're out there on the shoot. You can carry it around all day, but it gets all of your essentials onto one bag. I highly recommend this bag, but at the end of the day, you just need a bag to carry your gear. So item number 2 on the list is the camera, which I can't show you because it is recording me right now, but I'm rocking with the Sony a7R IV. Now you definitely don't need this exact camera, although absolutely love this camera. It comes with a hefty price tag that's gonna take quite a bit of saving up, working jobs you probably don't like. Or maybe that was just my experience. How far you can crop in on this camera with the 61 megapixel sensor just absolutely blows my mind. That is, as long as you nailed your focus. But luckily it has the eye detection, so if you're out there on a portrait, set the eye detection on and you can trust it. Promise you can trust it, that it's gonna lock onto your subject's eye and it's gonna keep that thing tack sharp. So item number 3 is a lens I find myself going to more and more on my portrait shoots, and that's the 24mm GM by Sony f1.4. If you're ever just trying to incorporate the environment into your portrait, this is the lens, and especially when you pair it up with the a7R IV or the R3 where they have the Super 35 crop mode. It turns this lens from 24mm to 35, which is another great focal length, but I honestly don't find myself using the Super 35 crop mode. It's because I really love the wide angle you get with this 24mm. I mean, you picked a beautiful location for your shoot, right? Show it off a little bit as well, the model. Item number 4 is my other go-to lens for portrait photography, and that is the Zeiss Batis 85mm 1.8. And I love this lens because it complements the 24mm so well. So you don't want to bring two lenses that are too close together in focal length because you're not going to get as much variety in the shoot. Pairing the 85 with the 24, you're able to get those beautiful environmental portraits. And then you can punch right in with the 85mm and get that beautiful creamy compression and bokeh. 85 really helps if you're in an ugly location, like say you didn't scout out your location very good, there's not much there. Chuck the 85 in, punch in, put it to f1.8, blow that background out, just get a close-up of the subject, and Bob's your uncle. You got a banger. Alright, number 5 on the list is gonna be my camera flash. So I'm using the Godox AD400 Pro, and this is hands down the best flash I've ever used. Not that I've used a whole bunch of flashes in my day, but out of the ones I have used, this is my favorite for 3 reasons. I absolutely love the recycle time, I love the battery length, and this motherfucker is durable. And when I say durable, I don't carry sandbags with me on the shoot because who the hell can be fucked to do that? So what happens is the wind blows over my flash at least once a shoot, and this thing has taken some pretty gnarly falls, like onto concrete from up above, you know what I'm saying? Like it has crashed, and it works every single time. The bulb never breaks, like every single time, still works. So for that reason, it gets the Justice stamp of approval. Item number 6 is going to be the trigger that controls the flash. So if you're using off-camera flash, you're gonna need a trigger to control it, something that works with your camera and the flash. I use the Godox X Pro S, the S for Sony. I absolutely love this trigger, love its display, love its easy use, the buttons. You hear that? Yeah, that sounds nice. But regardless of what trigger you use, you're gonna need a trigger to control your off-camera flash. Item number 7 is a stand. Now obviously this doesn't go in my camera bag, it's something I carry with me, but you can't put your light up if you don't got a stand. This is just a newer, I don't even know how you pronounce it. Honestly, don't like this stand too much because it's kind of a bitch to pull in and out, you know what I mean, to set up. But once you got it set up, it's all right. It's not too heavy, so it's easy to carry around, but since it's not heavy, like I said, my flash gets blown over at least once a shoot because I don't carry sandbags, because who can be fucked? Item number 8 is my softbox. So I use the Godox 80 S85W. The W's for white. You can get the silver, the white. I prefer the white, it's softer. I mean, I got this one because it was made specifically for the 8400 Pro, so it has the mount that just goes right onto it instead of the traditional Bowens mount, which can be much bulkier and harder to carry around. Yeah, man, it's a softbox. You need a softbox. I recommend this one, but get you a softbox, a nice softbox. And last but not least is a speaker. Now I use the JBL Charge 4 speaker. I honestly didn't realize it was this big when I bought it because I bought it online. I'll probably get a smaller one. I love the speaker, it's loud, and having music playing on your portrait shoots is honestly one of the most important things you can do as a portrait photographer. Let whoever you're working with connect their phone to the speaker, play whatever music they like. It's gonna make them open up. They're gonna be, you know, vibing, dancing along, vibing in their element, and then that's gonna ultimately help you get better pictures. Plus, it makes things less awkward, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to constantly be giving, oh, it looks so good, it looks good, oh, you know what I'm saying? Or that awkward silence. Play some music, man. Now, there's a few other things I carry in my bag, like extra batteries for my camera and for the trigger, and for this, that, and the other. But all in all, that's pretty much everything that I carry in my bag when I go out on a portrait shoot. And I highly recommend this gear or something similar, especially with the lenses. Like, you don't need those exact lenses with the camera, the exact camera, but something similar. But if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more, do me a favor and subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.